Hello, we are the Ohio guys here in the Dubbing Brothers studio once again in Burbank, California. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today I'm being joined by Reba Buhr. How you doing, Reba?
Hi, I'm doing great. It's nice to be interviewed by the Ohio guys.
Yeah, it's your first interview, right?
That's true. This is absolutely my first interview. Yes.
It's great to have you then.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we got a few questions since you're new to this. All right, first of all, what's it like working in the industry today?
It's super fun. I started out doing theater, and when I discovered voiceover work and how silly you can be and how many different kinds of characters you can play, I got really excited about doing this kind of stuff, and it's fun. Today, I was playing a boy all morning, and sometimes I play an animal, and sometimes I play a girl, and sometimes I play a wicked fairy. So it's cool to be able to do a lot of different things, and there's so many fun animated things being made these days. So I really like working in the industry.
Very cool. So, what's your favorite show you worked on?
Well, what we were recording today, which is Zach Storm and the Seven Seas, is the largest part I've ever had in a prelay animated series. So that I very much enjoy. But when I think about what I enjoy recording the most, it's probably the voices that I get to be the silliest at. So when I do a show like The Jungle Bunch, which has a lot of animals, and I just come in and I play some of the extra characters, I get to do a lot of really silly voices, and that I enjoy the most.
Okay. So, for anime, what was it like working on Knights of Sidonia?
It was very exciting to do my very first anime. And it was the first time I'd ever done a project that had like a very complicated storyline and a very serious tone. And there were some points where I mean, my character had like a robotic worm crawl into her eyeball. I literally screamed when I saw the animation before I had to voice it in the studio. So I got to play a totally different kind of thing than I've ever played before, so I really dug that.
Nice. So, what was it like working on The Jungle Bunch 2, the movie?
That was very fun because I also had a very large part. I play Suzy the Raccoon, who spends the entire movie trying to find her father's secret treasure, and the entire Jungle Bunch helps her to find it. And I got to do a little singing in that movie, which is where all my training is. I have a bachelor's degree in music. So it's good to be able to combine those two things and to do a little acting and a little singing at the same time.
Well. Alright, so what was it like working on Violetta?
So Violetta is a series that's made in Argentina, and it is a Disney Channel show, sort of a soap opera style thing. So what we do is we just dub it into English because then they play it all around the world for anybody who wants to watch it because it's a really fun show. I played two parts. At one point, I was the mayor's daughter, Emma, who came in and dated one of the guys and then got really demanding, and so we had to dump her, and then she was gone. And then towards the end, I was a girl who comes into the school. I actually don't even remember her name. But that's fun. It's hard in some ways because you have to look at the lips, and the people are speaking Spanish, and you have to say English words and try to make it match up. Since it's real people, it's kind of different work in that you have to sound as real as possible. So there's a lot of different things when you do voiceover work, a lot of different skills you have to have. You have to be able to be very theatrical and big and crazy sometimes, and sometimes your job is to be as real and natural as humanly possible.
Okay, good. So, is there any, if you could be any character you have played, who would you be and can mix and match?
Well, that's right. This was the hard one, and I told you I'd think about it, and I didn't. I guess I'd want as many superpowers as possible. So, Clovis, who is the ghost boy I play in Zach Storm can apparate from place to place and walk through walls. So I would love to be able to do that. But he's also chained to the ship and he can't leave that he lives on. I would not like that very much. And Stormy, who is one of the Tricks in the Winx series, who I play in the films, not in the TV show, she has magical powers, so that would be pretty sweet too. I'm not so sure I'd want to be a popple though. they're just little puffballs. I guess you can roll up and roll around.
Okay. Since you just mentioned the Winx Club, what was that working on it? Winx Club 3D, to be exact.
I have done two movies with them so far, and yeah, that's another fun one to do. It's the only time in my life I have ever gotten to play a bad guy, and that's very unique. Actually, I just realized that's the only bad guy I've ever played. I would like to keep playing more bad guys. I like being evil.
And now, for some of your fans who may not know this, but what's it like working on audiobooks?
Oh yeah, I do a lot of audiobooks. I enjoy it because I can do it at home in my pajamas. I don't have to get in the car and come anywhere. I'm working on my 14th audiobook right now. And I have done that many in just a few years. I do a lot of reading out loud at home in my closet. It's totally different from coming into the studio. It's just reading, although I do try to, when there's lots of different characters in the book, I do try to give them all different voices. Even if I'm playing guys, I try to, give them a little bit of a boy voice. Hey.
So is there anything coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
I have 2 whole shows coming out. The Popples is coming out on Netflix, I think next month in October. And I play Penny and Polly Poplar in that. They're twins. And that is a remake of a show that used to be on TV in the 80s. And then we just now finished recording the very first season of Zach Storm and the Seven Seas. I unfortunately have no idea when it's coming out or where. But look for it, and then you'll find it. And I'll find it too.
So is there any Facebook, Twitter, or any social media for the fans to follow you or reach you?
Yes, I have a fan page on Facebook. It's the Reba Buhr, and you can probably find the way it's spelled in the description here. And my Twitter is also Reba Buhr, so pretty easy to find. And I'm on Instagram too.
Okay. Right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. And also, we want to thank the fans for following us. And we want to give a thank you to the Dubbing Brothers for once again letting us have the interview here. Again, I'm joined by Reba Buhr, and I'm Christian Ocampo, and we'll see you next time.